Hey folks, Cricket Star Boy Tyrell Odin here. Hope you guys are all well and in very good health. Guys, I'm still lost for words and breathing a little heavily. How on hell earth Trinbago Knight Riders, who were in a losing position at one point with a couple of overs remaining and required 10 plus runs per over, somehow got over the line of the penultimate delivery of the match to defeat the Barbados Royals in match number 15 of the Caribbean Premier League, which took place at the Kensington Oval, Bridgetown, Barbados, on Friday Night Lights. What drama and what excitement going into the weekend now. Now, the Royals, who had lost 2 wickets for one solidarity run, remarkably recovered from 1 run for 2 wickets to 59 for 4 in the middle phase, down to 71 for 5, and remarkably recovering to 156 for 7, thanks to Captain Rothman Powell's 59 of 38. And I must say, he managed to fought out playing the three spinners, Hussein, Narayan, and Solanki, terrifically, and then going all out attack in the last 5 to get them to an under par 156, which I thought at one point was going to be difficult to defend because batters who are batting second successfully get to the target with ease or sometimes narrowly. But tonight, it came down to very close. One of the highlights for me in the match was that teamwork boundary catch from Rothman Powell and Jason Holder. Puran, who had made 35 or 27, went for one big shot too many, and at one stage I thought it was going to clear the boundary. Then Powell, who was at long off, almost crossed the line, managed to throw the ball back into play, and then Jason Holder held on to what has to be one of the catches of the competition so far. I know there have been some blinders from St. Lucia Kings, Stephen Wieser, the former South African Namibian all-rounder. He took 2 brilliant catches in 2 of the home games. And then this other youngster, Desperate, something like that, took a ripper the other night, which I thought was wonderful. But the fielding in this competition has been absolutely brilliant, nevertheless. Why I said this match went all the way close because TKR, they bat all the way down 9-10. And I thought the Knight Riders was going to lose the game or go into a super over at one point, but then Terran Signs sealed the game with a maximum of the penultimate delivery. But TKR, they still have some problems. They have some serious problems when it comes to dead bowling, especially him. My take on Terran Signs, he's not a good dead bowler, and he's not one guy who you could trust to bowl 4 full overs. And for me, Pollard should have bowled a couple of overs himself, but he didn't opt to go to himself, even though he did bowl a full spell the other night against the Kings. But nevertheless, that's one of the dilemmas they have, dead bowling. That's one. And two, the other dilemma has to be the opening spots. Jason Roy and Sunil Narayan, despite the mystery spinner getting 38 in the first game on a flat pitch in St. Kitts, still yet to fire. Now, TKR have been having a lot of problems with the top of the order for the past few seasons now, since that winning campaign in 2020 where they was undefeated. They have not gotten a brilliant opener since the days of Colin Munro and Lendell Simmons. They had one in Martin Gupta last year, who I thought was great, but the opening problem has been a big issue since dating back to the 2021 campaign. Other than that, the middle order, it is very settled, thanks to the youngsters in the likes of Shakir Paris, who I find has been the find for Trinbago Knight Riders so far in this competition. Even Kisi Kati as well, despite him getting off the slow starts and going ballistic. The one innings he had was, I think, 70-something against the Patriots on what was a highway that was in the first game a few Saturdays ago. Then you have the big hitters in Pollard, Russell, Bravo, who are yet to come back from injury. And this is also Bravo's last season as well, just to refresh our viewers. And Akil Hussein's critical runs in the end, along with his 2 for 29, not only won TKR of the match, but also the player of the match. At one point, I thought it was going to be a toss-up between him, Mahisha Tikshana, the Sri Lankan finger spinner, and the wrist spinner Waqar Solanki from Afghanistan. But in the end, Akil Hussein, you beauty. Congratulations. The Royals should, the Barbados Royals would look back at this game and find they should have had this match in the bag because the bowlers, in particular, Tick Sharner, Ubid McCoy, and Naveen Ulhaq, who I thought was wonderful in the middle phase, but they were really let down by their former captain, Jason Holder, who was very expensive once again. And where did the Royals lose this game was that wayside no ball in the penultimate delivery, which resulted in a free hit. As with TKR, they still have their problems. I mentioned the two limers. They have the opening spot and also the dead bowling. But for me, TKR's problem is they are yet to play a perfect game. Neither they have a settled 11. The other bases are settled. We spoke about the youngsters, Parish and Carty in the middle order, anchoring the innings, but you don't see that in T20s much anymore, except for the likes of Virat Kohli of India, Barbados of Pakistan, and the list goes on. But when it comes to big matches, like for example on Wednesday, we're down here at the Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain, playing the Guyana Amazon Warriors in what has been dubbed the Curry Chicken Curry Derby. And I have to make a video on that before the match because there are a few things I have to list out. Because I know Trinidadians and Guyanese, they do not get along well. I'm saying certain Trinidadians and certain Guyanese, but we'll get there once that time comes. But when it comes to big matches, you need to have your star-studding 11 with 11 match-winning players. You can't not rely on one or two players to win you games. Look, for example, Pollard came good in the last game against the Kings, but had that failure tonight against the Royals. He also had that failure against the Falcons, but didn't bat much against the Patriots. But you still have Pollard, who can win you games, even though he no longer plays in the IPL, despite coaching Mumbai in the batting department now. Then you still have Russell and Bravo to come back from injury, and this is Bravo's last season, as what he mentioned a few weeks ago. Plus, you still have Australian T20 swashbuckler Tim David to arrive. And the bowling attack, you're missing someone like an Ali Khan, who's presumably ruled out as CPL 2024 with some injury he sustained on international duty. And it's a shame Josh Little, the Irishman, still isn't in the 11 despite playing the opening game. But changes are needed in both the departments, the dead bowling and also in the batting as well, which is a bit unsettled despite those getting runs and those struggling at the top. Currently, right now, it's a four-way tie for the top. Amazon is first, Royals second, TKR go up to third position after beating the Royals tonight, or should I say last night. And St. Lucia Kings, who beat the Patriots the other night, moved down to fourth despite beating them handsomely. But it happens to be a battle to see who gets the two bites of the cherry come playoff time. And it'll be a win or go home situation for the third and fourth place team once that period arises. So my advice to the big three in Amazon, TKR, and the Royals, fight hard to get first and second. Whoever gets third and fourth will have to bat out their skins. Today is Saturday. The Royals play the Amazon Warriors at 7 p.m. to see who gets that first place position. I'm not going to say who's going to win that one because Amazon has a 100% record compared to the Royals, but it's anybody's game. So with that said, I'm wrapping up this video. Over and out. Catch you later and stay safe and be good and be cool.